Hi, my name is John Zink with the PHCC Educational Foundation, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of our scholarship program and answer some of the most commonly asked questions about how the program works. So, who can apply and what awards are available? Well, primarily our awards are aimed at scholarships and technicians who are in the plumbing, heating, cooling industry. So, if you are enrolled in a plumbing apprenticeship program, an HVAC apprenticeship program, and you are working full-time for a PHCC National Association member, you can apply. If you're enrolled in the PHCC Academy online apprenticeship program or the fast track to service and repair plumbing or HVAC courses, and you're working for a PHCC National Association member, you can apply. If you are a student enrolled in a technical college or a trade school and you're studying plumbing or HVAC, you can apply. If you're a college student, you have to be going full-time and you have to be studying something directly related to the plumbing, heating, cooling industry. Traditionally, that means business management, business administration, construction management, mechanical engineering. Majors like architecture, interior design, accounting, civil engineering, electrical engineering, marketing, those do not qualify. If you're enrolled in a college major that is directly related to the plumbing, heating, cooling industry, but it's not one of these approved programs, you can apply. Just make sure you explain that in your background and experience question answers. For the awards that are available, typically we have 50 or more scholarships that we give out each year, and the dollar amounts on those range from $1,500 all the way up to $10,000. So how do you apply? Head to our website, phccfoundation.org/scholarships. There'll be a link on that page that will take you to our online application platform called Kaleidoscope. Once you get there, the Kaleidoscope platform is going to give you some more information. It's going to ask you for your contact information. And as you're inputting that information, it's going to create a Kaleidoscope account for you. That's a good thing because that means that you can enter as much of your information as you want. You can log out, leave, come back later, and continue working on your application. So you don't have to get everything finished in just one sitting. So to apply, complete the application form, essentially, every page of it. You're going to be asked to confirm your eligibility for those awards, enter your contact information, identify what school you're going to be attending and what you're going to be studying. If you are an apprentice or a technician, that is, you're working for a contractor, that contractor must be a member of the Plumbing, Heating, Cooling Contractors National Association. We're going to ask you who that is. You have to answer 5 questions about your background and experience and your plans for working in this industry. And we're going to ask you to upload 1 or more letters of recommendation and any grades that you might have. So we're going to ask you these 5 questions about your background and experience. You can answer those questions right within the application platform on the web page. There'll be these blanks where you can type your answers. Or if you want to be able to have a little more flexibility, you can download a Word document that we have linked on that page. And you'll have a Word doc where you can actually go in and type your answers, save that document, and then upload it back into the application form. Now let's talk about these 5 questions a little bit. We are looking for at least 3 to 4 sentence answers at a minimum for each of these questions. And please remember that the answers to these questions are what make the absolute most impact on you receiving a scholarship or not. You can think about it like this. By applying for these scholarships, you are essentially asking our donors and sponsors to reach into their pocket and hand you $1,500, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. So think about how hard you would work and how many hours you would work if you were trying to earn $3,000, and put yourself in those donors' shoes. They are looking for your answers to earn these scholarship awards. 1 sentence answers, not really putting in any effort, you're not going to win a scholarship. So if you're taking the effort to apply for these awards, put in the effort to provide some good answers on these questions. Typing isn't the thing for some of the folks in our industry. That's fine. On your phone or in Word, You can use voice to text to get your thoughts through more quickly. If you've never seen that in Word, right here, this little dictate button, just click on that and your computer will listen to you and it will type whatever you're saying. Use that as a tool to be able to give us more full information about your thoughts on these questions. Just make sure you go back and proofread and do a grammar check on your answers before you upload them. And it is absolutely fine to get some help from someone else in your family, in your company, to get those answers into the shape that you want to see them in. You just can't have someone else do it for you. One extra thought. This question, not including a PHCC scholarship, please detail how your tuition or training costs are going to be paid. A lot of apprentices actually have their training paid for by their employer. So if your employer pays for your training, that's fine. We still want you to apply for these scholarships. But after you tell us that your company is paying for your training, you have to go on and tell us why winning a scholarship is going to help you and your company. So what are the minimum submission requirements? If you're an apprentice or a technician or enrolled in the online PHCC Academy classes, you have to complete the application form, answer all 5 of the background and experience questions. You must have a letter of recommendation from a PHCC contractor member. And since you have to be working for a PHCC contractor, if you're an apprentice or technician, that's your employer. It can be the owner of the company or your manager in the company, but that letter of recommendation is required. Optionally, you can also get us the academic letter of recommendation and your grades. We strongly recommend you get all of those. If you're a trade school or technical school student, answer all the background and experience questions, complete the application. We have to have at least one of those items, the academic or PHCC member letter of recommendation, and your grades. If you are a college student, complete the application, all 5 answers to the background and experience questions, and at least 2 of those extra items, the academic letter of recommendation from a PHCC member, and your transcripts. Some other things to remember. Read the instructions on the application form. Every word is there because someone in the past has had a question, had a problem, or they missed an important point that they really needed to know to be able to complete the application correctly. Read those instructions. If you won a $1,500 scholarship or a need-based scholarship in the past, you can apply again. Otherwise, you're not eligible to apply for a second award if you've already won one of our scholarships in the past. No handwritten submissions. Everything has to be typed. The applicant is the one who has to complete the application themselves, answering the background and experience questions themselves. Can't have your parent do it. You can't have someone in the office do it for you. You can get all the help you want, but if it's obvious to us that someone else has completed the application for you, you can be disqualified for that. All these optional materials that I outlined on the page before, submit as many of those as you can. Every extra thing that you submit grants you extra points, and points are what you win a scholarship on. We typically get 3 applications for every 1 award that we have available. So since we usually get 150 or more applications, that means that your application has to be better than another 100 people applying to get one of our scholarships. The chances are still very, very good. Don't get discouraged by that. But again, if you're applying, put in the work and make it a worthwhile application, and the odds are very good that you'll win in that case. Remember that scholarships are paid directly to the winner's school, their training program, or if their employer has already paid for their training, the payment will go to the employer. No money goes directly to the students. There's a couple reasons for that. One, it makes sure that our donors who are donating this money to fund scholarships, they know that the money is going to support schooling and not something else. It also eliminates creating taxable income for the scholarship winners, so that's another point to keep in mind. So just don't be counting on this to pay your mortgage or your truck payment. That's not what this money is for. That's not what it's going to be available to do. If you get stuck with anything, please reach out to us through the foundation website or emailing us at scholarships@naphcc.org. If you have any technical issues with the Kaleidoscope platform, though, there's a help button in the corner of those forms. Just click on that to get help with the platform. And remember that all the materials are due by midnight on May 1st. Good luck. And just a quick thank you to all the sponsors and the generous donors who have put money in to make these scholarship awards possible. Here are this year's set of scholarship sponsors, but there are thousands of people who have put in to make these awards possible, and we appreciate their support.